Hello, welcome back to Full of a Took. It is the word squeltering hot day?
Sweltering.
For some reason I have a Q in my head. Squelching?
Which is maybe not
Squelch
incorrect.
is more like a sound.
No, I'm squelching.
What
Like you're-
squelches?
Yeah.
Grape juice?
Squelches like would be like
squelch at the beach, like a wet
swamp ass. Like
Welcome to Full of a Swamp Ass. It's hot as shit. We're cooking. I'm tired. I got in from Florida today. I flew here just for this podcast episode.
His arms are real tired.
Well, that's one of the reasons I flew here. Oh my God. I love that joke. The other reason I flew here today is because I live here.
This is my house.
I had to come back home. I have to say, chapter 7 of book 4 might be my least favorite chapter of this entire series so far, which, of course, I'm talking about Journey to the Crossroads. The problem is, I don't remember anything that happened.
nothing happened. That's why.
Am I correct that literally nothing happened,
Yeah,
right? It was the first chapter where I finished reading and I went, what? And I didn't even remember what I just read. So I got a few notes. I only have 16 notes.
Holy shit.
That's nothing for you.
It's nothing.
That's basically half the chapter.
Yeah, it was short and it was over as soon as we were getting into it. And I was like, oh, okay. Interesting.
Yeah, it's definitely a transition chapter. I mean, in between that and where we're going, I think it's necessary, but you're right. I felt like when you read it, you're like, this could have been part of something else.
It could have been half as long and just a couple pages in front of the next chapter.
Yeah.
Just like Gollum is like, guys, we really have to go. That's it.
But there are a lot of like themes and things happening which
True.
are important to the story.
Oh, I noticed today that we got a comment online that for some reason Tolkien hates Al Gore. I didn't quite understand it, but I didn't know they were alive at the same time.
Tolkien has some feelings about the internet at large. And we all know Al Gore invented the internet.
We all know
Right.
that Tolkien's super serial.
Very. Very. Tolkien's one of those people who believes that only cowards use subtext.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
That's a direct quote. So last episode, Faramir informed Frodo that his men found Gollum near a secret pool where trespassing is forbidden, and the punishment is death. Frodo persuaded Faramir to spare Gollum and took him under his protection, which led to Gollum feeling betrayed by Frodo's actions. Faramir recognized Gollum was a danger to Frodo and the ring and privately begged Frodo not to trust him.
That chapter was so much more fun than this chapter. Not gonna lie. I enjoyed this chapter. It was interesting and intriguing, but not a lot happens. And traditionally, I don't really love the episodes where not a lot happens. Although, ironically, they're kind of necessary because usually something's about to happen afterwards in the next chapter. So,
Yeah.
Good lead in.
That's kind of it. Like calling this a whole chapter is almost too generous.
it's just a chat.
It's a chapter. It's less than 8 pages long. It's a breath, like a held breath before something happens. And it's so fast you could almost read it with, your breath held. Like it's brief because there are chapters where a lot of nothing can happen. But the nice thing is that this is chapter 7, Journey to the Crossroads, and it picks up in the same breath that the last chapter leaves off on. Because Faramir has just spoken to Frodo and Sam, passed judgment on all of them, and then basically says, well, you may as well be on your way. The sun's coming up. So here's some snacks. Here's some walking sticks. We're going to blindfold that ugly little monster. And then, you guys are going to walk on out of here and we're going to put you on your way. But Frodo's like, no, we've done this before at Lothlorien. If one of us has to be blindfolded, it's going to be all of us. Faramir, whatever. Everybody gets blindfolded and they go on their way with 2 lost boys and a little murder monster. Remember, Faramir now understands the stakes. He understands what Frodo has, what his mission is roughly, because Faramir's taking them out into the woods to basically set them loose in Ithilien so they can go down to the crossroads and eventually find their way up towards Minas Morgul and then over the pass of Cirith Ungol and into Mordor finally.
Map time.
It hasn't changed a whole lot. The mountains are still east of them, And they're
Where
going to
are the crossroads?
It's the crossroads between Osgiliath in the west, the old Gondorian capital on the river, and then Minas Morgul in the foothills of the Eiffel Duath, the Mountains of Shadow. And that's the west-east road. And then the north-south bit is the road that leads either to the Morannon, the Black Gate in the north, or south that just goes out of Ithilien and out of Gondor down into Harad,
Right.
where the Easterlings come out. So the idea is it's just a landmark that Gollum can use to navigate them to this cursed city of the dead, which sounds great, right?
Oh, fun.
Faramir really not cool with this whole plan, but again, he can't dissuade someone to forsake their honor. It's not for him to decide what Frodo's path is going to be. All he can do is give Frodo and Sam food, let them know where the safe water is, and give them little walking sticks.
Is that the staves?
Yes.
Yeah.
A stave is like a rod, a wooden pole.
Okay. Because it was like he handed them staves, and I was like, what?
I always think of a stave as being like part of a barrel.
Yeah, like a barrel
more of a
stave,
plank.
like a stick. Yeah.
Yeah.
But he said they were cut down.
Because it's like you can't give a hobbit a normal sized walking stick. That's like a spear.
Jeez.
That's just way out there. Like, whoa, what do we do with that? But no, they have little hobbity walking sticks and food. Gollum gets nothing. Which is fine, because what are you going to feed the naked little creature anyway, right? All he wants is sacred fish. Right, but those fish are too good for him. The only good news that Faramir can give is that he sent scouts in every direction, and the country is quiet. The enemy is not moving. There's no troops on the road. There's nothing else going on. He calls it basically a lovely false peace in an occupied country. Faramir basically gives Frodo a little forehead kiss and says, "Good luck, buddy," and disappears into the woods with the rest of his men. And in a heartbeat and a half, Frodo, Sam, and Gollum are left alone. So they do the only thing they can do, set off on their journey south. They march all day through the trees, and there's a lovely description of all the kinds of flowers and everything else. It's a wonderful springtime country. I'm sure you'd love it if you went there and you weren't murdered by orcs. But the important thing is that they go all day without seeing or hearing anything. Birds, animals, nothing. The country is ominously quiet. So the sun starts to set. They find a little tree to sleep under, and they have their first night. The interesting thing is that Gollum is starting to get a little weird. Gollum is now squirrely. Now that they're out of more weird, more squirrely. Now that they're out of range of Faramir and the men and all these other problems, Gollum is getting real itchy, real excited, kind of spooked, like just being weird in a new way, and not a better way, just a new way. But Sam and Frodo kind of just shrug their shoulders at it because, again, he's a weird little monster, and they are just, all their effort is going into sneaking and creeping, because if the country's quiet, they have to be quiet also.
Sneaky hobbitses.
Yes. So the second day passes basically the same way. Around sunset, the forest opens up and it clears. And they're on the edge of the forest and they look out and they see this, like, because they're facing south, right? Which means the Mountains of Shadow are on their left. Right.
Mhm.
Left.
Left.
Right.
Left.
Right.
Left.
Right.
Oh, we did this.
Third base.
Oh, man, that was real for a minute, too.
I thought you guys were like in on a bit. I was like, all right, guys, wrap it up.
Chris was.
I was in a bit. I don't know if I was
Unaware.
on the bit.
You said left. She said left. You said right. I just took advantage of that.
Oh, Jesus Christ. So anyway, the mountains.
I
Evil.
have to make sure I take advantage of you at least once a week.
That's fair.
Do you not watch this show?
Different bit, Chris. Different bit.
Fuck.
Oh, my goodness. So the mountains are on their left, and in front of them is a kind of a shoulder of one of the mountains comes out, and it's forming this sort of like opening, this valley. And they realize that they're looking at the valley of the Wraiths. They're looking at the valley of Minas Morgul.
Mm.
And so you have these dark mountains on your left. And the setting sun is like setting fire to the white mountains of Gondor to their right, back west. So you have this lovely moment of like, oh, you have darkness and horror that you're traveling towards, but then you have these nice white, bright, lovely mountains to your right, which are on fire, which is an accurate description of the situation at home. And so what are you going to do, right?
It's like an in-person yin yang.
Yeah, kind of. It's like their very own yin and yang.
Yeah.
So what they're looking at is the Valley of Living Death, Faramir called it. It's the Valley of the Wraiths, the Ring Wraiths. Because remember, last chapter we found out that Minas Morgul is sort of the city that the Nine Riders took from Gondor after Sauron's first defeat. So it's a bad fucking place.
So they're looking at a city in that like valley.
They're looking at the opening of a valley that eventually will lead up to a city.
Okay.
They don't see that city.
Okay.
But it's terrible and it's waiting for them. And they know what's there. And what's coming out of that valley is a little road and a little river. Little cursed river. Don't drink out of it. It's the Morgul Duin. Like, it's a play. Morgul Duin, Anduin, Morgul. It's a lovely
Morgul
language.
doing some shit to you.
Morgul gonna do you wrong.
We're going to do some diarrhea if you drink it.
Bingo. It's not because it's cursed, it's because it will give you dysentery.
Yep. The name of the stream is Morgul Duin, and it flows from Imlad Morgul.
Right. And
Got
do
it.
you remember and because we're doing the name thing and the commonalities, do you remember the name, like the proper name for Rivendell? Imladris?
Yeah, that came to my head, and
Mhm.
I was just getting so confused.
Well, yeah, it's because, again, language, real quick, a lot of Numenorian language, which is the root of kind of all the Gondorian stuff, comes from Elvish roots also.
Domine Numenor.
P-A-A.
I pictured like old Latin, but they're just Numenorian. So it's like pig Numenorian.
Oh my God, yeah. That'd be funny. And it's just regular Numenorian, but with like a...
Orkney from Narsne. Gormore.
He said it.
He said the pig Latin name. Fuck, not pig Latin. Whatever. Moving on.
So they're seeing all this stuff, and Frodo looks to Gollum and says, "Do you know where we are?" And Gollum's like, "Yeah, I fucking know where we are. That's the Tower of the Moon. This is a bad place we're at. We have to be careful. This place is full of enemies. That little road is watched, and it's real bad. And we gotta like chill the fuck out and get moving." Gollum is very forceful in these conversations, but he's also like being kind of twitchy and weird and won't really talk about anything. And again, Frodo and Sam are just kind of shrugging it off because they're staring at the path into the land of shadow. They're a little preoccupied. Gollum says, we gotta go, we gotta go, we gotta go. Sam says, fuck that, we need a break.
Yeah.
So they climb a tree. And they all sit in this little tree together in a little tree house. And Gollum like curls up like a weird little animal and goes immediately to sleep. And the hobbits do not take their eyes off him. They don't rest. They just sit. And then around midnight, Gollum just wakes all the way the fuck up and says, "It's time to go." And basically rolls out of the tree and is like scampering away. And the hobbits have to kind of hurry to catch him. And then they're moving eastward now. Into this like sort of like brambly country. They're moving closer to the mountains through this like brambled wasteland is the way it's described. So they're moving at night again. And they do this all night. They're like crawling on their bellies under stuff. They're walking under the understory of thorns. It's a shitty time and they're exhausted. But then dawn starts to come. And Gollum again freaks out and says, we gotta hide, we gotta hide, we gotta hide. And so they're like, okay. And they kind of like crawl into this little like canopied space in a bramble that reminded me a whole lot of the Elven Hall from the Fellowship with Inglorian, in that it's like this sort of like little arched space. It's just like kind of an animal den that they occupy for a minute.
But with thorns.
But with thorns and in a bad place. And instead of an elf and food, they get Gollum. And whatever Gollum eats, whoever Gollum eats. But they also don't even get a dawn. It just kind of like is this brown twilight light and this red glow that Tolkien says explicitly is not the dawn. It's just this red glow coming out of the east. Sam immediately conks out. And he shoots awake again a little while later. It's darker than it was when he went to sleep. So he's like, why did Frodo let me oversleep? And Frodo looks at him and says, I didn't. You've only been out for like 3 hours. The dawn did not come. The day is not getting brighter. It's getting darker.
That's weird.
And it's been weird, and there's like drumming, and like the ground is vibrating, and it's Frodo is having bad vibes all through, just terrible. You know, he's kind of justified because they have what amounts to a little earthquake. The ground quakes, and the rocks jump, and Frodo's like, yeah, fuck, I think we're probably near the end of this, and it's not gonna go well. And Sam nods along. He says, yeah, but my old gaffer says as long as there's life, there's hope. Frodo's like, yeah. Cool story. I'm going to sleep. Fuck off.
I'm tired of your hope.
Right. Right. But this is a really cool moment because it shows us sort of like Frodo is burdened and Frodo's sense of duty compels him forward. And Sam's sense of duty is to Frodo. And so he's got this like wildly deep well of optimism and strength. And he's tapping it for all it's worth to help carry Frodo along, to help Frodo do the thing that he needs to do. Because sure, Sam recognizes on some level that like, yeah, it's important for everybody that the ring gets to the volcano, whatever. But if Frodo didn't want to do that, Sam would not give a single fuck about that.
True.
He just wants to help Frodo. And it's one of those things where like we start to really see that change in balance and where the strength and determination in the party is. Because Sam is the stand-up guy.
Yeah. He also says, in need of victuals.
Right. Where there's life, there's hope. And also I need something in my tongue.
And I want food snackies.
Right.
You're
Right.
not wrong.
Don't blame him.
That feels like something a father would say to a little hobbit. Like, of course you're hungry. You're alive.
Especially to a small growing boy.
Also, are hobbits, when they're small, like groundhog size?
Aww.
Like when they're like
Probably.
children? Like,
Like, I feel like a healthy hobbit baby comes out like the size of a Coke can.
yeah. Like, gird like soccer ball size.
Small.
Yeah, right? Like, you put it in a sock.
Like the trolls.
Yeah, like the
With
troll dolls
droll-
with the hair and a little drool in the belly button.
Yeah.
I was thinking Cabbage Patch
see that.
Kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's fun. But like Frodo is knocked out, and he's having bad dreams, and he's like kicking again like a puppy, and he's just not having a good time. And Sam is just kind of watching him, and also starting to have a bad time. And that's when Gollum shows up again,
Yay.
and Gollum's like, "Wake the fuck up! It's time to go. We gotta go. We doing this." And Sam is over it, and Frodo's honestly over it too, but they both get up because there's nothing else to do. They can see the mountains. They can see the valley they have to go to. They just have to go down to the crossroads, bang a left, and enter the Valley of the Living Dead, cross the mountains, go into hell, climb a volcano, throw the cursed jewelry inside.
And, hope
And then
they
get out.
get out, maybe, but we haven't thought that far.
Well, if you're Frodo, the plan doesn't go any further.
Yeah.
If you're
True.
Sam, you're really just thinking about that little box of soil in your pocket going, I really hope I get to put some tomatoes in the ground next summer.
Yeah.
Mm.
As the sun is beginning to set, because they took off in the afternoon, because it's the shitty, dark, brown, weird day with no dawn. But now the sun is setting on the other side, so it's kind of like, okay, the time has clearly passed. I'm not in purgatory in some kind of like awful hell. The rules still apply a little bit. But they can see this circle of enormous trees, huge ancient trees, half dead, but ancient and huge, in a ring around the crossroads where the north, south, east, and west roads go. So they go down into this ring of trees, and there's a crossroads. It's 4 ways. Behind them, the road goes north to the Black Gate of Mordor, which they cannot pass.
Right.
South, the road goes to Harad, which is an enemy country that is the only thing there are the soldiers that Sauron is pulling to him to throw into Gondor.
Mm-hmm.
To their right and west, the road goes to Osgiliath, the ruined capital of Gondor. That now it sits on the Anduin. It's a wreck. It's a place occupied by enemies and evil. Even Gollum recognizes that that is a bad place to go. And their road is left, east, into the valley of the living dead, into the valley of Minas Ithil. And they're looking at that, and Frodo sees a statue, an ancient statue of a king seated in a throne. But it's headless. It's been defaced. And I shouldn't say it's headless, because they have knocked the real head off, and some enterprising orc has put a mostly round rock on top and painted a horrible face on it with one red eye. So Frodo sees in the setting sun that the head of the king is still sitting next to the statue off to one side. And like, he has this wonderful moment where he looks at it and it's still this like noble face, this strong face. It's got a crown, a metal crown inlaid that has not been removed. The king has a crown. And there's like this like vine with star-shaped flowers growing across the head. And again, symbols of Minas Tirith and Gondor are what? White tree and stars. And Frodo says, look at that. That's amazing. This country cannot be conquered forever. Evil cannot conquer forever.
Mm-hmm.
And then the sun sets and the chapter's over.
That was the best part of the chapter, the statue.
Yeah, honestly.
What a way to end on such a high. I was like, we really needed that.
Yeah. It was about 6 sentences though. Like
Yeah,
an
it was
8-page
like the
chapter.
last paragraph.
It was
liked
amazing.
The sunset.
It was. Yeah.
It was interesting. I don't know that it was like this big like comeuppance. It just more so felt. It felt the same to me as when they're going on the road to Isengard and they see the hand that's like pointed. You know, like, oh, it was Isengard. Like I'm just like, oh, well,
This chapter was all about setting the tone.
a thing in the woods. Moving on.
Yeah.
Well, it's not about what the thing is. It's about what Frodo takes from it. Because remember, Frodo's kind of hopeless. So for him to get even a glimmer of something is great.
Yeah.
And so it shows that even though he's exhausted, even though he's having like weird, bad dreams, even though he's living a hell, there's still something in him looking for hope, looking for signs, looking for something to help him continue.
Yeah.
And it can't just be Sam pushing him from behind the whole time.
Yeah. I'm so thankful that was a fast summary. So thank you. That was, if that 8 pages turned into your normal hour and a half, I would have probably
Rude.
ended my life. I'm just kidding. But it was perfect. It moved quickly. It actually clarified a couple questions I had. So before we move on into some of the things I want to jump into, one of you guys had mentioned Faramir earlier when we were talking about it.
So what the thing I want to jump into with Faramir real fast is that moment where he like gives Frodo like a traditional Gondorian goodbye, which is like a hug or a kiss on the forehead, basically, literally a kiss on the forehead. And we see that in another place, right?
With Aragorn.
Right. So Aragorn is giving a traditional Númenórean goodbye to Boromir.
Yes.
But now that is explicitly characterized as being a cultural thing.
Mhm.
So that just kind of like ties Aragorn closer to Gondor. It proves that he is of those people.
Mm.
And so like that, I thought that was a really neat moment and kind of a callback to something that we remarked on, but didn't really have a whole explanation for at the time, right?
Yeah,
Right.
absolutely.
Because it kind of seems over the top in a sense that Aragorn would give him such a formal, sacred goodbye, even though he does have a lot of respect for him and they did go on that whole journey together. And Boromir does deserve it in the end. But it's nice that we finally see why. That's just their custom.
Yeah.
Yeah, like if Boromir wasn't dying and he was taking a nap, would Aragorn still kiss him on the head?
No, but Sam would kiss Frodo.
Yes.
Yeah.
We've established that.
It would be a tuck in and a
Big wet kiss.
It's funny because when you brought this up, I knew that you were talking about Aragorn. And I knew that because I watched that scene today. I was on a plane today and my friend sat in front of me, and through the little crack of the seat, she was watching The Fellowship of the Ring on her phone.
So you were watching the
And
Fellowship
she
of the
had
Ring.
the AirPods in and I couldn't hear anything. And I watched the entire movie through the crack silently.
That must have been very satisfying.
And all the way to the end. And I had a great time. I knew every scene. I kept tapping and going, this scene's great. Pay attention. This is a good scene.
I bet she
Don't
loved
look at
that.
me. Look at the screen.
Yeah, like this is a really good part. This is a good part. And I actually remarked in my head that scene when he's kissing Boromir on the forehead. I thought to myself, well, that's interesting. I never really paid attention to like that. It's like almost like a ceremonial kiss.
Mhm.
Right.
And it's just funny that you bring that up now because I thought about that today when we watched the movie. It went right over my head.
Mhm.
Mhm.
So
I noticed another parallel between Faramir and Aragorn. Did you guys notice that Faramir doesn't really sleep?
Yeah.
And so they'd said he'd stayed up basically all the way through that battle in the woods, which was like a day ago at this point,
Mm-hmm.
and that he didn't seem tired. He didn't seem like he hadn't slept at all. And that was just like Aragorn, who was always like watching out in the middle of the night over them.
yeah, never sleeping
Yeah.
Mhm.
until he was done.
Yeah.
And then he conked out on the couch. Remember?
Oh my
Just
God.
like threw himself.
He was like, I'm done, and laid down.
It's like, I'm so tired of your bullshit.
Yeah, it was like right out like Clueless or
Yeah,
something.
yeah. Oh my God. Well, because it was,
Bitch plays.
it's because Boromir was complaining about being in Lothlorien.
Yes.
Aragorn had just been done with it. But like kind of I think a downer on that comparison too is when Aragorn gave Boromir that kiss, it was goodbye. It was Boromir is dead. And so for Faramir to give that
You're
kiss to
saying you're going to
Frodo,
die.
right? Because
Interesting.
at the end of the last chapter, Faramir's like, I would love to crack a beer with you when this is all over, but I don't think we're ever going to see each other again.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
was stated pretty explicitly.
Yeah.
It
that was
was.
his opinion.
yeah,
Right.
yeah.
So, like,
Seriously.
Yeah. So
Well-
like you got to watch out for stuff like that. This book
guess
is
it's a good
rotten
thing
with
that-
symbols.
It's a good thing that Frodo didn't see the Aragorn forehead kiss.
That's right. Yeah.
Then he would have known what it meant.
Yeah.
He just
That's actually
cried.
a really good point. He was not there.
Well, if he wasn't selfishly running around invisible, he would have seen it.
Frodo was the reason for the season. He doesn't have to
Oh
be
my
there for the
God.
whole thing.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Well, it's actually interesting because once they leave the secret hideout and they leave Faramir behind, bye, Faramir. Nice to see you. Nice to meet you. There's this really interesting thing that is noted in the writing as a callback to a few chapters ago, which is that they don't hear anything,
Right.
right? And they look over at presumably to the east where Sauron is, and
See?
correct, right? And there's no sound. And we know that before there was a sound, there was some sort of orchestral marching band that had been hired to work in the music department in Mordor, playing the horns, playing the drums. There was a band leader.
Yeah.
That was up north, right? By the gate?
Yeah, by the
Okay.
Black Gate.
Mhm.
They're all dead, apparently.
Oh!
There's no sound happening.
Faramir fixed that.
I thought that was interesting.
Faramir is actually head of the HOA.
Yeah. They had talked a little bit about the fact that there was just sort of this endless like, but you know, the horns, there's drums, like, and that was just like this looming sound.
Of doom,
Yeah, like this dooming, no. There was this dooming like sound in the air, and I was just thinking to myself how eerie it must be to arrive to a place and hear the worst soundtrack ever being played by the worst band in the worst place,
Mhm.
to not even hearing that.
Yeah.
And that must be psychologically kind of fucking with them as well, you know?
Especially because they're trying to like sneak around and not be apprehended by the enemy.
Yeah.
And so now there's not even a cover of noise.
Exactly.
Like if you're one of the hobbits, do you like quietly in the back of your mind wonder if Faramir's boys just killed everyone in the country? Like there's no noise because Faramir fixed the problem?
Yeah.
That would be
maybe.
great.
That'd
It
be great.
reminded me of the flight to the ford, where
Ooh.
the road was suspiciously just empty and there were no problems for them and it was quiet
Except for the jewel.
because for the jewel.
Just
because somebody else
screaming.
just fucked up everyone that was out to get them.
Yeah, Glorfindel.
But who?
Gryffindor,
Yeah,
right. I forgot about that guy.
My man.
I almost said Gryffindor. That's not a real person, is that?
Close enough.
Glorian.
You combine like three names
Yeah.
in one. I love it.
Little frog.
Who's Inglorian?
Gilder and Glorian.
Gildor.
Inglorian bastards.
Inglorian Bastard.
I think that every time. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I hear that in my head and I'm like, don't say it. Don't say it.
Quentin Tarantino.
That's where we're at.
What the hell is a Alexis? Alexis.
An Ilex?
There's multiple, so it has an ES on the end.
Ilexes. It's the scientific name for a holly tree.
Oh,
So I guess
we
they
have
just
one
used
in
to
the
call
front
it
of our
that.
house.
interesting.
You know what?
Did he not know the word holly tree? It's a lot easier
Maybe
than
they
Ilexis.
didn't call it that back then. No, they definitely used the word holly
We
earlier.
have a special visitor.
It's
Oh, hi, buddy.
Zippers.
Come here.
Hey,
So,
butthead.
yeah, no, he remember there's 2 giant holly trees
Mhm.
outside of the Holland Gate, a land full of holly trees.
Right.
So like he's just fucking with us,
Yes.
Yeah.
isn't he?
For everybody who's on audio, you probably can't. Well, you might be able to hear him, but Pat and Laura have a cat named Zippers who's hanging out with us on the set right now. He's not happy that we're
He's
here
got something
recording.
to say.
No, he's a
He
Boromir
has
guy.
notes on the chapter.
His note was "fuck you, I'm hungry."
That's what it sounded like.
Yeah.
Yep. Now he's gonna go take a shit. Great.
The life of a cat. It's so hard.
He is taking.
Oh,
a
no,
shit.
he is actually.
Oh no! Oh, he's
think-
pointing at us.
I think he came over to let us know, like, I'm about to drop a deuce. It's
Yeah,
a
he's
warning.
like, I'm
That-
pooping. Get out.
that's actually really, polite of him to be like, pause the podcast, guys. I'm dropping one.
Well, it could have been
There are
worse because
2 other litter boxes he could have used.
right, but it
Oh
could have
my
been worse
God.
because his litter box used to be on this end of the room.
Mhm.
So
So
he could just gone.
yeah,
Yeah.
like honestly, every day we do this and there's not a shit under this table. I'm thankful.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thanks,
All
buddy.
right. So the great Ilexes that they're walking around, that's just holly trees.
Yeah.
The reason that they call them great, do you think that means that they're very big? I don't know how big holly trees
Totally.
get.
I don't know. I've seen some pretty big ones, not the size of like an oak or anything like that, but
That was weird the way you said that.
I did. Yeah.
Ooh,
no.
He's sounding kind of Canadian.
okay.
It's not like an oak.
An okay.
It's an okay tree.
Okay.
It's okay.
An oak.
I've been spending too much time with the Amish.
Actually, they do have that accent. They
They're
really
a little
do.
touchy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ezekiel. That was a fun episode. One of the questions I did have, though, with this, one of the questions I had with the scene that comes up shortly, which is when they kind of like all go to bed and the hobbits refuse to sleep.
Yep.
Why?
Maybe it's because they're like balancing on a tree.
Like, it's not night one with Gollum, so it's not like a fear of what he's going to do. They've been with him several nights now. They have no problem going to bed. They're just like, fuck off. He does whatever he does. We go to bed, they wake up. It's very odd that they both stayed awake. That felt like a weird red flag thing for something to come, maybe, but I don't know. That like stood out to me.
Would you be able to sleep if you were just like straddling a tree branch?
Well, no, they were like kind of ensconced between some branches. It was nice.
It's like a little cubby hole. But I think for me, it's just that the terrain is a sign that darkness is growing, literally. And I think that it's a very dangerous and uncertain terrain.
Mhm.
And they're just on edge. And I have to think that after everything Faramir said to Frodo and Sam was overhearing, it can't just like roll off their shoulders. Like, they just were begged by a man that's the leader of a country to not trust Gollum.
It's like specifically like that little goofball is full of murder.
Yeah, he literally said he has done murder. Like, he's like, I see it in him, and he's not done.
He thirsts.
It's
Yeah.
still on him.
Right. But
Yeah.
He didn't rinse his teeth.
But you know what I'm saying?
Ew.
Like, I just feel like that
There's a lot of hair in
you just can't hear someone say that for 2 days and then be like, it's fine. They're not that thick at this point in the journey.
Wasn't that the second night though that they were out? And the first night they just slept in like
Yeah.
the litter of the trees.
But like Gollum had fucked all the way off.
Right. He wasn't with them
Because-
at that
because-
point.
That's the thing that's changed is that Gollum's always been a weird little guy, but he's weird in an entirely different way. Like he's bringing a different energy to this occasion that is unwelcome because he's more insistent. He's more like demanding. He's in a rush,
Yeah,
But he's
he's got
also-
something on his mind.
but he's also terrified. And this is different from like weird Gollum who's capering and whimpering and acting like just a lunatic. There's something going on with Gollum. And the hobbits recognize this, but again, they're staring at the valley of death and undeath and murders and all the rest of it. So Gollum being weird is not good, but not even close to the top of the list.
True.
Also, it might make sense in that context.
Yeah.
It's like how much is normal for the situation we're in, and how much is like something suspicious is going on.
Yeah.
But like other than just keeping the hobbits up at night, Gollum is like, he also does something really cool this chapter, which is when Frodo says, "Do you know where we are?" Gollum says, "Yes. We are at the Valley of the Tower of the Moon." And you remember, like, and the fact that Gollum calls it the Tower of the Moon, to me, is significant because who else calls it the Tower of the Moon? Frodo does when he's talking to Faramir, but Faramir corrects him and goes, no, this is not Minas Ithil. This is Minas Morgul now. It is a fallen city. It is the city of sorcery, the Tower of Sorcery.
Tower of the Moon was the name before it fell.
Yes. In Old Gondor, it was the Tower of the Moon. It was Minas Ithil.
Mm-hmm.
Then it was conquered by the Wraiths, and then it became known as Minas Morgul, this Tower of Sorcery. And now it's the Valley of the Living Dead. And like, that's fucked.
Who told that story?
Faramir.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
So Gollum didn't hear that story.
right.
No.
Interesting.
Right.
Okay.
So my question to you guys is, who told Gollum it's called the Tower of the Moon? Who's calling it by its oldest name? Right?
Probably somebody who's very, 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 very old
Right?
who lives nearby.
Right? Like that always struck me, that moment, because
Yeah.
like that's super deliberate. Because Gollum doesn't use a lot of proper names for anything.
No, he
Yeah.
doesn't.
It's like the only proper names he uses are Master for Frodo, capital M, and Precious, capital P, and that's about it.
Smeagol.
And Smeagol.
And it's also
Capital
interesting.
Capital or Smeagol.
And it's also interesting he chooses the more positive past name of the tower and not the
Mhm.
current dangerous
Yeah.
evil one. So it's almost like he's
Yeah.
already kind of, it's kind of like he's sugarcoating it a little bit.
Mhm.
Like, oh, we're going to go to the Tower of the Moon.
Yeah.
It's like, no,
Is
it's
he
the Tower of
lowering
Sorcery,
them?
dude. Like, you can say what it is.
Mm-hmm. It's just a layer to the sense of foreboding, right?
Mhm.
Because that's this whole chapter's purpose, is
Yeah.
to be a breath before the storm. Faramir says
Right.
a storm is coming.
Mm.
Absolutely. There's plenty of time to take a lot of breath in this.
Really?
A lot of
'Cause
breathing.
It's like you blink and you miss this chapter.
There was at least 22 minutes of
You listen to a weird audiobook. This is Andy Serkis heavy breathing into a microphone.
yeah.
Well, after Gollum woke up at midnight and the hobbits have been up, they didn't go to sleep.
This is when they're in the tree, right?
This is when they're in the tree. Tolkien takes a really long time to describe the terrain. And I have a really crazy conspiracy. You know, after Gollum tells the hobbits day soon, Tolkien goes into this whole thing about gorse bushes. And I'm just going to read the whole description in its entirety. It says, the gorse bushes became more frequent as they got nearer the top. Very old and tall they were, gaunt and leggy below, but thick above, and already putting out yellow flowers that glimmered in the gloom and gave a faint, sweet scent. And immediately when it said they were old and tall and kind of had like long legs and like a busty top, I thought, oh, did we find the Entwives?
I don't know.
Oh my
fuck.
gosh.
Like I'm not, and I know I read this before. I don't remember this part or this description. And I think ever since book 3, when Treebeard is like, we can't find them. They went to a special spot, blah, blah, blah. They told us where they'd be. And he described them as like brown and like bent and haggard. I mean, it says they're gaunt. I was like, and they're leggy. I was like, I think these are the female Entwives, and I'm probably wrong. I know.
I feel like it would be devastating if it were.
Well, because
Right.
it used to
'Cause
be
they're,
the,
like,
the Tower of the Moon, this
trapped there.
beautiful
Ugh.
place.
Yeah. They're like imprisoned there now.
Right.
They can't leave.
I'm probably wrong, but this is the only hint of them, I think, or a little clue.
Yeah.
Because why would you, in the middle of like Gollum waking up at midnight and then being like, we gotta go. He takes like 2 sentences to describe these bushes.
So the only other thing that I pay any attention to when we talk about Entwives is, remember Hamfast? All the way back in the day, who was up on the North Moors and saw a walking tree?
Oh, true.
And when the hobbits described the Shire, Treebeard was specifically like, that sounds like a good place for Entwives.
Oh.
But like for them to be in Ithilien, in the Garden of the Moon, essentially,
right.
that's super fucking cool.
Also sad.
But it would be sad.
Super sad.
Yeah.
I hope they're actually in Hobbiton. That'd be a
would
much nicer place
end
for them.
Yeah.
I want to talk about Sam's dream. And Pat didn't bring this up during the summary, but it happened the morning that they saw that terrible sunrise that was like dark and gray and twilight. Right after that, Sam took first sleep. And he had this dream, and I want to read it because I can't do it justice. He thought he was back in the Bag End garden looking for something, but he had a heavy pack on his back, which made him stoop. It all seemed very weedy and rank somehow, and thorns and bracken were invading the beds down near the bottom hedge. A job of work for me, I can see, but I'm so tired, he kept on saying. Presently, he remembered what he was looking for. My pipe, he said, and with that, he woke up. Silly, he said to himself as he opened his eyes and wondered why he was lying down under the hedge. It's in your pack all the time. Then he realized, first, that the pipe might be in his pack, but he had no leaf, and next, that he was hundreds of miles from Bag End. That broke me. You guys ever wake up from a dream that's like everything in your life is perfect and, you know, you won the lottery or you have this like amazing house somewhere and you wake up and you're like, oh, that didn't happen. Fuck.
Absolutely.
I have like recurring nightmares, or I used to anyway, a ton of them. And it was always like zombies.
Ooh.
And I found out recently that it's a common thing. The problem I had in my dreams was like a common thing where it's like you try to fight something in your dream and it's like you're just like you're doing little punches.
You can't hit hard
Right.
enough.
It's because a part of your brain is aware that the impulses aren't moving your arm.
Mm.
So like your body on a different level is aware that you're not actually putting force into any motion.
Yes.
So your brain is processing that as like you punch like a girl. How are you going to kill this vampire?
Yeah.
That's like
I have a history of that.
Killing
With-
vampires?
No, of struggling with issues of that. And then waking RJ up going, trying to punch into the air.
Oh no.
RJ, I'm so
He
sorry.
never gets me. I have pillows and everything around me. It's fine.
Because I know that feeling and I hate it. And I
There's a
hate that
pillow
feeling.
wall between you two, just in case.
There actually is a pillow wall right now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Laura kicked me in her sleep once and blamed me for it.
That happens.
I don't remember that.
You hurt your foot.
Maybe because I was sleeping.
You hurt your foot and you woke yourself up and you said, why did you do that?
But like the punching, I'll have dreams where like I'm trying to scream or I'm trying to cry and it just won't happen. And then you'll wake me up and be like, Laura, you were like whimpering in your sleep. So I guess my body knows that like it's not happening.
Dude, it was just like you and the cats on the other side of the bed, like all vibrating. It's like the cats are purring real hard and you're just,
What the hell's going on in your
I know,
bedroom?
right?
I don't know.
We watch a lot of scary movies before bed.
That's really
Fun.
good.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
The funny thing about RJ when she dreams is that half of the time it is while she's sitting on the couch next to me while we watch TV. And she will start talking very loudly in her dreams.
Oh, like she's asleep.
Yes.
But
Okay.
I'm like saying full sentences,
She talks.
responding.
It's nonsense. And I film it every time. And as soon as I wake her up, I go, watch this.
That's awesome.
But what I'm saying is real words and sentences. They just don't mean anything because you're not in the dream.
Yeah.
Pat will say complete gibberish. It won't be words. It won't be sentences. It's very clearly speech, but it doesn't mean anything.
Was it like when a
It's so
toddler
fun.
babbles?
Yes.
Very
my
clearly
gosh.
saying something?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
It's really funny.
Wake up, sleepies. Sorry, that's a Gollum
Moving
joke.
on.
Yeah. Are you rested? Are you
Did you have beautiful sleep? Ugh.
No, and fuck you.
Pretty much.
I thought it was interesting that Tolkien described it as beyond sad Gondor.
Yeah, dude. Gondor's
Ooh.
sad as fuck.
I just pictured Donald Trump saying it. Sad.
Oh God.
This
Not where I went with that.
Sad. I told him. You gotta get out of there. I'm the last person on earth who can do a proper Donald Trump impression, but it's just exactly what popped in my head when I saw sad. I was like, oh my gosh.
I really enjoyed that last scene with the sun setting over the crossroads.
Mhm.
The statue was interesting, but I was really sucked in by the sunset because it was like when the sun rose, you didn't see any brightness, any light. But when the sun sets over Gondor, like that's the last bit of light that they see in their journey into the dark. And it looks like Gondor's on fire.
Yeah.
And then the light is gone and they're in the dark.
Yeah.
And it just felt like that was the last, like Gondor was their last hope of light and help and friendship. And now
It's
sun's
extinguished.
gone. It's all dark all the time.
Womp womp.
Yeah, and it's been interesting. This whole book, The Two Towers, book 3 and book 4. You know, there's really been this theme of like evil cannot create in this world; it can only destroy and take away from. And it really hit me with the statue. No matter what the enemy tries to do, they can't create anything from nothing.
Yeah.
They can only take things that are already established by Numenorians mostly, and they can make it ugly and make it tainted, and they change it. But they can't. Nothing so far that we've heard has been come from just nothing. And then I heard that song.
What?
Gotta have something. Nothing from nothing leaves nothing. Gotta have something. That was actually Sauron's incantation.
Yeah.
No, but
Really? Not you better put a ring on it?
no, but what I was trying to say is, you know, like the enemy, the evil, the great evil of this world just can't create. They have to steal and they have to destroy and they have to belittle. And it's just such a prevalent theme in this entire book so far. And it really hits home in this chapter for me.
To be fair, Saruman did create something. It was just the Uruk-hai.
But aren't they from, like, he kind of mixed two?
Yeah, that's fair. They,
Half man, half orc hybrid.
Yeah, it's sort of like a hybrid. Even that isn't exactly a new creation.
no, it's a corruption.
It's a corruption once
Yeah.
again. Yeah.
Point holds, yeah.
I haven't seen yet what's in Mordor. I'm assuming Sauron built something crazy in Mordor, but
It's a lot of
maybe I'm
doors.
wrong. Oh my god.
Could you imagine? It's more door.
It's in the name, people. Who didn't get it?
Why are you like this?
It's just David Bowie in the labyrinth being like, Sarah. But
Also, interesting. I bring up the Uruk-hai. I'm just guessing. I don't know, but I'm assuming we're done with them because Saruman's goodbye. We're not in that area anymore. The Uruk-hai reports to Saruman, and he's no longer a threat. Then
Then they have free agency and they're going to go fight for whoever pays them the best.
maybe I
Whoever
don't know.
promises them
Yeah.
the best things.
But
I don't know.
most of them were murdered by trees.
That's
so,
right.
like, you guys are not wrong, though. Like, there's the point is that defeating Saruman did not end the evil that Saruman put into the world in the same way that defeating Sauron the first time didn't end that evil. Because remember, that's how we got Minas Morgul.
Mm-hmm.
The evil is real in this world, and there's knock-on effects and additional, like, this world lives, breathes, and moves. And so your question's real. And the answer is, we'll have to wait and see.
Yeah. Yeah.
Obviously.
Yeah.
But like, it's real. It's a good question because like this is a layered world with a lot of nuance and a lot of character interaction. And there's many characters and things that we have met at this point that we are done with that have served their purpose. But there's a lot of characters and things and mechanisms that we are not done with.
Yeah.
Like we are going to continue to see some pretty cool shit happen. Like there's a whole nother book and the ride gets wilder.
Yeah.
So one thing before we move away from that is you guys remember when Canada had those crazy wildfires and how like wild the sky was, how like dark it was, how red the sun was,
Changed color.
Yeah.
changed colors. It was dim, it was brown, it was smoke doing that, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's what the hobbits are living right now. You remember that blood red sun over New York City? Crazy shit.
Yeah.
That's what the hobbits are dealing with right now. That's their mourning on the last day when they're like, oh, this is fun.
Mm-hmm.
And then like the ground is rumbling and there's a red glow in the distance that is not the sun. It took me a couple of times reading this to like really think about that and care about what that meant. Like that's a volcanic eruption.
Mm-hmm.
And like we have Mount Doom, we have this volcano going. It's like it's all implied, it's all there, but like we're not handed that definitively. Like Frodo doesn't say like, oh, the mountain's vomiting fire, because he has no concept for that.
Mhm.
But I thought that was really cool because, you know, living in 2025 the way we do, we've experienced certain parts of that.
Damn, that's
A
crazy.
lot.
Well, in the words of my good friend Frodo Baggins of Bag End, they cannot conquer forever. At least
Ideally.
just for one more book. I'm hungry. We got treats?
All right. So this chapter was Journey to the Crossroads. I present to you
Yes.
hot crossroads buns.
I love it.
Ah, crossroads buns.
That's all I got.
See how they run.
I actually appreciate it's not like old, stale.
Yeah, I could have
Trail
fed
mix
you
from
trail mix
Faramir.
again. So this was my first time ever trying to make hot cross buns, and was it a success? I'm not really sure. I don't know if they're right, but maybe you can tell me. I've never had one before.
So it's kind of like a brioche bun, like the size of a hamburger bun. And it's drizzled with an incredible amount of frosting
yeah,
in a big, like just an X, like a cross.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Crossroads.
It looks like a biscuit with
and are there
gravy
raisins
on it.
inside?
There's some fruit inside. There's raisins and craisins.
Raisins.
It's
and
better than
raisins.
hot crass buns,
Yeah.
Hot crass buns.
which when you grab one, they're like, fuck you.
Oh, fuck.
oh no.
There's frosting on the carpet now.
Well, here
Great.
it goes.
Yay. Okay.
Have you guys ever had these before? I know it's like a big Easter thing.
I actually
never
make
had
them
them.
every Sunday.
Okay. I believe that.
I don't know how authentic they were, but I had one once in Carlisle where I grew up. And aren't they normally British? I don't
They're
know.
hot cross buns.
Buns?
Yeah, the ones I had were like really buttery and really like they just kind of taste like a buttery roll. Like these taste, I feel like more authentic. I feel like this is when I think of hot cross bun, it's really like a mix of a scone and a biscuit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, these are great.
These
They're
are
very
really great.
soft. There's a really nice flavor to it. What is the like the cream on it?
It's just a little icing. It's confectioner sugar, milk, and vanilla.
Okay.
Touch of salt.
What are the main ingredients in this this bun that's hot and crossed?
Flour, butter, milk, and then there's some yeast and baking powder.
Okay, it's pretty straightforward.
powder, yeah.
These are
And then a
good
bunch of
good
spices.
flavors.
Yeah, a bunch of spices, a
This
little bit
is
of brown
really
sugar.
good.
Yeah.
What spices? I feel like do spices normally go into baking?
Totally, yeah.
Really?
Mhm.
What? Like what? I don't bake, so I don't even.
Depends on what you're making, but like a
Or
lot
do
of
you
times.
mean like salt and pepper?
No. It has nutmeg, allspice, and cinnamon.
Oh, like cinnamon, I guess is a spice. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
nutmeg and all. What was the other one?
Allspice.
I don't know what those things are.
They're in pumpkin
Allspice
pie.
is a mix of lots of other spices. They're really yummy.
Allspice.
All the spices.
These are so
in one.
good, Laura.
Do you know what this reminds me of? It's like almost a cinnamon roll.
Mhm.
It's got that
Mhm.
like fluffy, light texture.
I was getting that too.
And like, Laura, you absolutely killed it. Like the bake is perfect. Look at that firm bottom.
I made 2 trays of them. One of them does not have the firm bottom, so I didn't feed you guys that.
That means I'm gonna eat them all week.
Yeah, you are.
Oh, okay.
Well, I was worried about this because they were supposed to be able to. You were supposed to be able to form them into balls, and the dough was like absolutely not. It was so wet and sticky.
I think
So I
my
was like, "Well, we're gonna try it anyway."
I think my favorite part is just the color. It's a really nice color
Mhm.
to like the final product.
Very golden.
Yeah, nice gold. It reminded me of like lembas, the lembas bread you made, like the color of it.
Mm-hmm. I keep wanting to make that again. Every time they eat it in a chapter, I'm like,
I still have
"Can
mine.
I just do that again?" Oh, good.
Yeah, I saved it.
I bet it's still great.
I have a crumb of it each week. It's disgusting. It's moldy, very crunchy and hard. But
Once
you know,
unwrap it.
like Liz said, not to eat it too fast. So just following his orders.
Mm-hmm. I have to mention that Pat and I got a taste of Hobbit life last week, or so we thought. We went to Yellowstone National Park and we did a bunch of hiking on trails throughout the park. And these were not little teeny tiny trails. They were pretty heavy duty. There was some elevation change. Not to mention we're here at sea level and Yellowstone is like 8,000 feet in the air. So we were doing these trails and just trudging along, completely out of breath. We could barely breathe. And I think Pat said, "Is this what the hobbits feel like?"
Like every day. Like
Yeah.
they've been doing this shit since mid-September.
You guys also did it only at night, right?
Only
No,
at
yeah,
night.
definitely. We couldn't
And we
see a
got
fucking
the-
thing.
You avoided yellow face.
And white face.
That white face.
Mm-hmm.
And we got the weirdest little guy we could to like guide us through the woods.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a bear.
They did not want to put pants on.
Well, my shirt is from Yellowstone and it says, "Do not pet the fluffy cows,"
No,
Oh,
we had the
I love
bison.
it.
to remind people not to touch the bison.
It's
Oh
a
my
true,
God.
true statement.
It was a lot of fun.
That is so fun. We've definitely, I think anyone who's ever spent time outdoors has experienced a moment like that. You know, we're big hikers. We love hiking. And the last time we went hiking, we spent the whole time talking about Lord of the Rings, actually. So,
That's awesome.
yeah.
Yeah, listening to the wind go through the trees. And yeah, it was awesome. Paying attention to all the foliage.
Mm-hmm.
How would you describe it? Would
Somebody
it take
asked
you
for
5
three
pages?
of my hairs.
Oh
Yeah.
my God.
Short hairs?
Gave it to him. Hot cross buns.
Hot crossroads buns.
Hot crossroads buns.
Those were delicious, and it was a wonderful way to wrap up Journey to the Crossroads, which, as everybody knows, is chapter 45 of book 7 of the Two Towers.
Feels that way.
Just kidding. Chapter 7. 7?
Yep.
Chapter 7 of book 4 of the Two Towers, which is part 2 of the Lord of the Rings. We are coming to an end soon, my friends. We only have a couple left, and then the Two Towers is done. And I
Holy
am
shit.
ecstatic. We are almost to the Return of the King.
Get the fuck out.
It's not that far away.
They're going to put the head back on the statue.
Yes.
Yeah.
The king has a
That-
crown.
They wrote a whole book. Everything in book 5 and 6 is just about fixing the statue.
Right.
There's no masons in the area, so
They went
Yeah,
to
all the
minus-
dwarves died.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
Ooh.
that was rough. But at least they have super glue in Gondor.
they do. They do. Fresh horse glue.
Oh.
So, where do you think they
Build a
came from?
pony.
Yeah.
That's why Rohan's so important.
Rohan! This leads me to my next big question. What the heck is going to happen in chapter 8 of the Two Towers? I need to know. What is chapter 8 called?
The Stairs of Kirith Ungol.
Oh, I love that actor. He's that big Irish guy that's pulling up right now.
Yeah, he was the lead in Oppenheimer. Yeah.
Yeah, he's leading
Just kidding.
Oppenheimer, right? The Stairs of Kirith Ungol. Kirith Ungol, not a good place. I can tell you, I don't even know what it is. It's not a good place.
It sounds bad.
Yeah,
That's a terrible
Faramir was
sounding
not
place.
a fan. Not Faramir approved.
Faramir, not here. He ain't going there.
God, there's a joke in there.
We're
somewhere.
aware. All right, that's enough. Thank you guys so much for listening in. If you haven't subscribed to us already, go on, click subscribe on the audio, the video, whatever you end up doing. We're also on TikTok and Instagram. We still have a MySpace. You can find us at geocities.com. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, you can email us at hobbits@aol.com.
If
Yahoo.com.
anybody who enjoys this podcast, give us a rating. We would love a 5-star rating, and we'll do almost anything for one. So,
Almost.
Hot cross
Yeah.
buns.
including spending many hours per week making a show for you guys to watch. We love doing this. We're having a great time. I am so excited to be wrapping up the Two Towers so shortly with you guys. What a fun journey this has been.
Nuts.
I can't believe that we're about to cross the 2/3 threshold where we are 2 of the 3 books done for the Lord of the
Holy
Rings. What a
shit.
crazy
Yeah.
experience that is. My dream that was temporary, it was a short dream, but my dream is almost fulfilled, which was to read this book.
Cool.
Yeah?
These books.
Is it
Yeah.
now like a nightmare?
Now it is a nightmare. It will be a nightmare when I'm like, what do I do next when this is done?
Aw.
But
Wake up screaming.
I know. And then, but this will be the
Faramir!
this will be the reverse where I wake up and I go, oh, I don't have a podcast to do. I'm okay. Yeah, it'll be good. It'll be
Yep.
good. But anyway, thanks so much. We'll see you next week for The Stairs of Kirith Ungol, which is chapter 8 of the Two Towers. Only a couple left. We'll see you then. Bye.
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 Goodbye.